The distinction between the poor, middle class, and rich often appears straightforward. Money. At first glance, it seems logical to categorize these groups by their bank accounts, annual incomes, or net worth. However, the real differences run much deeper. What separates these groups is not merely a financial number, but a combination of habits, mindsets, and approaches to life that define their trajectories. It is critical to understand that wealth is not a static outcome, but a dynamic process shaped by daily decisions, values, and long-term strategies. The poor often find themselves in a constant state of survival. Every day is a battle to meet basic needs, and their focus is narrowed to immediate problems and short-term solutions. When survival is the priority, long-term planning becomes an unaffordable luxury. This group is not defined by a lack of effort. In fact, many poor individuals work harder and longer hours than those in higher income brackets. The issue lies in the systemic barriers and cycles of limited opportunities that make upward mobility nearly impossible without intervention or a significant change in circumstances. Poverty often forces individuals to rely on high-interest loans, credit cards, or alternative forms of debt just to keep afloat. This reliance on borrowed money creates a vicious cycle that perpetuates their financial struggles. Even when opportunities arise, the poor may lack the resources or knowledge to seize them effectively. It is also crucial to note the psychological toll poverty takes on individuals. Constant financial stress affects decision-making, often leading to choices that prioritize short-term relief over long-term gain. This phenomenon, known as the scarcity mindset, can become a significant barrier to escaping poverty, as it narrows the focus to immediate needs at the expense of strategic thinking. Without a shift in mindset or access to resources, poverty becomes a self-reinforcing loop. On the other hand, the middle class represents a group often perceived as the safe zone of financial life. They have escaped the immediacy of survival, but remain ensnared in a lifestyle that depends on consistent income. For the middle class, financial stability is a double-edged sword. While they enjoy the benefits of homeownership, steady jobs, and access to higher education, these achievements often come at the cost of long-term financial independence. They earn more than the poor, but their expenses rise to match or exceed their income. This phenomenon, often called lifestyle inflation, ensures that even a comfortable salary is consumed by mortgage payments, car loans, and credit card bills. The middle class frequently misinterprets financial health, equating it with the ability to afford monthly payments rather than the accumulation of wealth. They are diligent savers but cautious investors, often sticking to traditional methods such as retirement funds and savings accounts. These tools provide security but rarely the kind of growth needed to transition from financial stability to financial freedom. The middle class tends to play it safe, avoiding risks that could jeopardize their hard-earned stability. This cautious approach limits their exposure to opportunities that could significantly increase their wealth over time. What's particularly challenging for the middle class is the societal pressure to appear successful. They often spend not just to meet needs, but to project an image of success and stability. Expensive homes, new cars, and brand-name items become markers of their status, even when these purchases come at the expense of building real wealth. The illusion of comfort and success keeps many middle-class families tethered to a lifestyle that consumes nearly all of their earnings, leaving little room for growth or financial independence. The wealthy, by contrast, operate with a fundamentally different perspective on money and life. For them, money is not the end goal, but a tool for creating opportunities, solving problems, and achieving broader aspirations. This shift in mindset is the cornerstone of their financial success. Unlike the poor and middle class, who often focus on earning and spending, the rich prioritize building assets, investments that generate income without requiring their active participation. This includes real estate, stocks, businesses, and intellectual property. They understand that true wealth comes from owning systems that work for them, even while they sleep. The wealthy are also masters of leveraging time and relationships. They invest heavily in building networks of like-minded individuals who challenge their thinking and open doors to new opportunities. Social capital, the relationships and influence they cultivate, is often more valuable than financial capital. The rich are not immune to failure, but they view it as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. They take calculated risks, knowing that growth requires stepping outside of comfort zones. Unlike the middle class, who often avoid risk, the wealthy embrace it when the potential rewards outweigh the dangers. A critical advantage the rich hold over other groups is their understanding of how to utilize systems and leverage. They don't just work harder, they work smarter. By outsourcing tasks, automating investments, and creating scalable businesses, they free up their time to focus on high-value activities. They recognize that their energy and attention are finite resources and use them strategically. The differences between these groups, poor, middle class, and rich, boil down to mindset, education, and execution. The poor focus on surviving today, the middle class on maintaining stability, and the wealthy on creating and growing opportunities. Financial education plays a critical role in these distinctions. The rich prioritize learning about money, how to make it work for them, how to multiply it, and how to protect it. They understand concepts like compound interest, leverage, and tax efficiency, which remain mysteries to many in the other groups. Risk tolerance is another defining factor. The poor and middle class often fear risk because the stakes are too high. A failed investment or business venture could mean financial disaster. The wealthy, however, see risk as a necessary part of growth. They take precautions, do extensive research, and diversify their investments to mitigate potential losses. Time is perhaps the most undervalued asset in this conversation. The poor trade time for money, often working multiple jobs with no way to scale their efforts. The middle class spends their time maintaining their lifestyle, working long hours to afford their expenses. The rich, however, invest their time in building systems, businesses, investments, and relationships that allow them to earn money without being directly involved. The line between the poor, middle class, and rich is not as rigid as it seems. The differences are not just about income, but about how each group thinks, acts, and plans. Anyone can adopt the habits and mindsets of the wealthy, regardless of their starting point. It takes effort, discipline, and a willingness to learn, but the journey toward financial freedom is worth every step. Whether you are struggling to make ends meet, maintaining a stable lifestyle, or aspiring to grow your wealth, the power to change your financial future lies in your hands. The question is, what are you going to do with it?